Welcome back to KatBrenBeauty. I know I'm looking like a beauty today. Not. But as you've seen from my tag, I am actually going to try out a challenge. And this is one that I've seen on YouTube for a couple months now. I'm sure it's not brand new, but I thought it was really fun. It's how I did my makeup in high school. And I think I did my makeup the same in almost middle school because I learned absolutely nothing new within 5 years of schooling about makeup. I had no idea it had a broader spectrum. I had no idea what makeup brushes were or false lashes or nothing, like squat. I knew there were face products, eye products, lip products, and that's about it. But my makeup for me in high school was a necessity. If you knew me in high school, I did not leave the house without the darkest, deepest, blackest black eyeshadow you could ever find, caked onto my eyes like a raccoon. I guess with Barnegat's reputation, it was almost like a classy heroine look. I had these eyes that looked like death. And I thought being tan was the shit. I stayed sleeping, eating, shower, everything was in a tanning bed. I think I was there more than I was in school. I would skip school to go tanning. Sorry, Mom. But I would go there, and bronzer was my absolute best friend. I cannot tell you. I have a picture that I will post right here. This one comes to mind, which was terrible. It looks like I kind of just took the bronzer and just smeared it all over my face. But I think I read somewhere that the tanner you looked, the skinnier you looked. So that was my motto for years. And I know clothing-wise, I did a lot. Hollister was definitely in the beginning of high school and end of middle school. It was that kind of year because it's been 4 years, going on 5 years that I've been out of high school. Graduated in 12, so I think it's around 4 or 5 years. So it's a perfect time to look back and make fun of myself. Clothes-wise was definitely Hollister, like I said in the beginning. Victoria's Secret, like that pink started coming out. It was always just brand names. I remember Juicy Couture was a really big one. Always the jumpsuits. If you had one of those jumpsuits on, it was like the cutest thing ever and you had money. So I clearly was not wearing those. However, I was that little brat who made my poor mom buy me all the brand Hollister. I would never be caught dead in like Walmart clothes, which is so bad because now that's all I wear. I'm like the bargain shopper now. I don't buy anything over $5, $10 when it comes to like sweaters or sweatshirts that are more expensive. I can't even think back to I just feel so bad that I was that brat. But that's high school for you. That's catty, bratty, spoiled, just trying to be a person you're not, because I could care less about clothing. But moving on to hair. Hair was like one of those things, again, I have no idea what I was thinking. I would get out of the shower and put an entire bottle, I think it's called LA gel, in my hair. I would go to the store and buy the biggest container I could find of gel because I guess I liked the wet look. Then I would put an entire bottle of hairspray on top of that. So not only did I look like I just got out of the shower and my hair was sopping wet, I would put an entire bottle of hairspray on top of that. So you couldn't move it. You kind of just picked my hair up and it didn't move. It crunched when you like moved it. I don't know. But that's why my hair looks like this today, because I went to go do my hair. I went to go curl it for the video and I'm like, okay, wait, one, I never curled my hair in high school because one, I didn't have time, two, I didn't really care that much, and I don't think I even knew how. And I went to school every day, kind of like half-assing it. So I was like, I cannot do my hair and put the makeup on that I'm gonna do for high school and have curled hair how I do it now. That would be unrealistic. But I actually did find a picture from high school, which wasn't too hard to find, but I know it was only 5 years ago, but I don't think I've seen any of these pictures in years. But this was in my closet. this was, I think, my sophomore year. It had to have been early 80s because I am wearing Hollister. Freshman or sophomore year, one of those years. And here you can see I had those nice black raccoon eyes. Let me see if I can get it in focus. And my wet scrunched hair, and I forgot about the bangs. My bangs were always glued perfectly to the side, just long enough to tuck it behind the ear. My seashell necklace, always, and of course the Hollister. That was just the thing. If you were a girl, especially from Barnegat High School, but not a girl in general, around 2009 and 10, and you didn't wear the tank top underneath the Hollister shirt, who were you? Or if you didn't wear Hollister at all, come on, everyone knows they owned that one Hollister item with that stupid bird on it. But anyways, this was one more that I wanted to show you. This actually has two friends in it, Danielle and Ashley, so I apologize if you're watching this and you don't want it on. I'm sorry. I know you guys good enough. It's going up. But here again, you can see the scrunched hair and the dark black eyes and my terrible tan. Seashell necklace once again, and that shirt, you know it, is Hollister. So enough with the pictures, and I'm pretty tired of looking at my hair like this. I look like I got electrified or electrocuted. I hope you can make fun of me like I'm gonna be making fun of myself, but at the same time, don't judge me. I was young, I was caring about boys, which I guess means I should have cared about makeup and what I looked like, but makeup just was not one of those things that I knew anything about. So let's have a good laugh, and hopefully I can try to reenact the best high school makeup I did. Alright, let's go. I forgot that I would always wear my hair half up and half down, which I still do to this day, but back in high school, I would move it over to the left. Don't ask me why. I always thought that in pictures this was my good side, so I would actually move it to the side because
that's cute, right? Okay.
But that's what I did, so let's move it on over to even highlight my beautiful hair today. Hey! So when it comes to makeup now, there were no such thing as primers. I was lucky if I put lotion on my legs. I was so lazy. I was like that lazy high schooler. Didn't want to do anything but go out and party and drink with my friends. Yeah, so lotion was out of the question, as well as primers. Let me try to stay focused here. No primer, so I would go straight in with my foundation. I would actually, though, do my concealer first. So I'm just going to use the same concealer that I use. It is nothing fancy, it's just e.l.f., so that still stayed the same. So what I would do is that I thought concealer. Okay, so conceal any pimples I had would be perfect to conceal. Now I've learned that we go on top, but okay, focus. So I would put concealer literally on top of my pimples because I thought it would conceal them. However, I was, again, going with the lazy part of me. I would have my Proactive, and I would put it on every night on my pimples or toothpaste or any of those hacks that, you know, we learned throughout life, and I would put them on my face every night, but then I have really nice ones here, so this goes perfect with the video. But I would be so lazy in the morning, I would actually just like take my finger and scrub off, you know, what was left over. There would be a lot more on this the night before, but the most I could get off, if I couldn't get it all off, whatever, I had to get to school. I woke up 15 minutes before school started. I didn't have time to wipe this off, so it would only be fair to start with some Proactive on my face. So then I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. concealer, and I am just going to go right over with my Proactive still on there, my pimples and what I wanted to conceal. And I'm sure you guys see some more blemishes, but that's all I would really do. Just the big pimples, like the mountains, I would call them. Mount Everest is actually what I would say. So I would do that. And once, like I said before, there were no brushes. I had one brush, which I will show you later, and I would just do everything with my nasty fingers. I would not wash my hands. I would actually, let me take my sleeves off. I would also use the palms of my hands, which I have now learned has oil and dirt. You don't want to use that, let alone your fingertips, but it's okay. So I would just dab this in, not blending it at all, just dabbing it because I thought it would do something. And I would get some like oil and dirt on my face, and then I would go in with foundation because I thought it would just hide the concealer. So I still use this to this day as well, is the Green Liquid Mousse Foundation by Maybelline. I have used this in a previous video. This was just their older look. I actually even think this one might be from high school. It was just hiding in one of my old makeup bags. But if I didn't have that, that was like for special occasions or parties. To school? Hell no. I would use this Wet n Wild $2 foundation, and I would use this thing. Yeah, I don't know any makeup person who uses these anymore, except maybe to take their makeup off. But this is what I would apply it with. So I would take this, again with my fingers though, and I would dab it there. Ooh, so much of this just came out. Oops. Here, here, here. And again, I would not blend this nearly as much as it needed to be. And I would put way too much on, so I looked so cakey. But it didn't matter because later I'm just gonna bury it in bronzer. Then I would take this thing, whatever this thing is gonna do for me right now, and I would just blend this in. Which means blot it, because this thing basically just soaks up any product you have. And I would not go into the corners of my mouth. I wouldn't go into any way to blend this. I wouldn't go on my neck because, girl, I got 7 minutes left till the bus leaves. And of course the foundation never matched my actual color. Come on now, I had no idea what color I was. If I wasn't buying it 10 times lighter, I was buying it 10 times darker, because once again, the tanner you are, the skinnier you look. Duh. Alright, so that's about what I would do, because that's all I had time for or care for. So I would move to my eyes, and what I would actually do for those dark circles is I would take chapstick. Not an eye primer, not eyeshadow, cream, nothing. I would take good old chapstick and I would pump it up, and I would take a huge amount and I would actually glop it on my eyelid to make the black even blacker. Do this, and I thought this would make my eyeshadow stay longer and look darker, which it definitely did. Alright. And I would definitely not use a Maybelline. I would use like those $1 black eyeshadows. And of course, again, no brushes, no blending. I would use this thing. So this nice little applicator that does nothing, absolutely nothing, does not blend out for you. I don't even know why companies waste their money on these. I know they're probably like 0.09 cents to them, but just see if you're 0.09 cents, because this does nothing. High school Kat didn't know that. So I would take this and take the black, and I think I probably went through 30 black eyeshadows in my high school years, because I would basically destroy it. I would take it, and usually someone would go nicely. No, I would literally make sure that like the side residue is on there, and I would take that and I'd be like, yes, there's all my black. And I would take that and go right over the lip balm that was gonna make it dark, as if this wasn't dark already. Yup. Actually, as dark as this is, I think the one I used was even more pigmented, which is sickening. There was absolutely no clean line. It was just glopped on, no blending. I thought this actually made my eyes look bigger. Although I love the skin that I'm in, my eyes, I always wanted to try to make them look bigger, since, you know, my Asian eyes are like, nothing. So this, I actually thought this would brighten my eye. So, yeah. And can you believe I graduated with a 3.8? Yep, knew nothing. So I would smear this, and it would be so dirty. Again, like, see this down here? I wouldn't clean that up. I would just leave it there. I'm actually kind of scared to see what I'm gonna look like with this. Okay, so let me just finish the other eye. I would just do the same exact thing, taking an overwhelming amount of black eyeshadow. Yeah, there's no such thing as twins either. They weren't even sisters. I think they were just like evil stepsisters or cousins. They did not match. Alright, we are looking like a raccoon, which means we are succeeding. So how do I look? When I think of black eyeshadow now, I just think of that dark, the dark me, the dark cat. So now what I would do, I would actually do my mascara before I did my eyeliner, because why not make it harder for myself? Duh. So I would take this nice eye clamper, and as you can see, now that I have black is hard, but I have no eyelashes, zero. Like, I actually think they go inwards to my face because I have none. I don't have those luscious ones. I don't have anything to curl, so I don't really know why I would do this, but I would take each eye and curl what I thought were eyelashes of mine, getting really close so that I would basically clamp off my eyeball. But I would do this, and I would actually sit there and hold it for 20 seconds. And as you can see, nothing curled. So then I would go in and I would buy the cheapest mascara. Like, I don't even know. I was actually scared sometimes that it was so cheap that there wouldn't be like a spoolie or anything to put it on with. And it was old. I would never buy new ones. I probably went through about 2 mascaras in 4 years, because I would take that sucker and get every last drop. I'd be like this. I'd even like add some water in there because I thought that was gonna make my eyelashes longer. Water. Okay. But I would take this now, and I'm talking glop it on. Like, clumps on clumps, and I thought that was cute. But at the same time, I was like, hey,
I want some luscious eyelashes.
and the best part of this was that if I bumped the applicator onto my eye, it didn't matter because it's just a black ring of death already. So that was always a plus. As you can kind of see now, oh wait, you can't because I don't have any eyelashes. Some people still do it, but I thought using like 10 different mascaras was gonna do something else. However, I did read somewhere that all mascaras are the same and the only difference are their brushes. Has anybody heard that? Can anybody clarify that for me? But because I have monolids, which really means no eye crease, I don't have a natural eyelid, that it's really easy for my kind of eyes to transfer the top products to the bottom. So that's where I'm going with this next pointer. Because I have monolids, I would always have like, oh look, it's already starting to happen. See that down there and here? That's because my eyes, and because of monolids, it transfers to the bottom, but that did not stop me. See, it's even happening over here already. Yep. So that was really cute too. So not only did I have top black rings of death, I had bottom unintentional rings of death. I would actually go like this straight up because I thought that would get more product and it would actually give me more clumpies, which I thought were eyelashes. There were absolutely no false lashes in my life besides my dance recitals, and my mom glued my eyes shut, so we didn't use those again. You see my long luscious eyelashes now? No? Me neither. Okay. I would then take another black eyeliner. This is just some cheapy one. What is this? Wet n Wild, of course. That was my dollar go-tos. And I would take this, and now I would line not only my lash line, but underneath my lash line. So once again, it's smeared into a ring of death. I'm actually using my viewfinder and not a mirror because I'm pretty sure I never cared where the product went. So then, I know I'm kind of repetitive right now, but going back to my monolids, I didn't know I had monolids then or that there was a term for it, but I did know that I transferred from the top to the bottom. So I would actually go in with some liquid eyeliner, jet black, once of course staying with the theme of golf. But I would actually use Almay. I loved Almay's black eyeliner. I still do to this day, but I'm going to use this Revlon one because it all seems the same to me. And now that I've already done my eyelash, those would get in the way, but I wouldn't care. I would go back in, and I didn't do my waterline because you could not see my waterline. So I would go on top of my eye, on top of the black, which really had no point. So I would waste my time doing this. And I would do somewhat of like a cat eye over here, pointed tip, but I would never bring it past my eyeshadow. So once again, a wasted step. And then in the corners, I would do the same thing. That is everything. That made my makeup right there. That one step. Alright, we are looking good. I didn't do bottom mascara because I don't know why. Why did I do any of this? I never did my eyebrows in the first couple years of high school. I didn't even know that you could do eyebrows. Like, I didn't know there were products to give you eyebrows because I didn't have any, so it would have really made a difference. I don't know. I'm so mad at myself. I think it was the last year of my high school career. No, it was the last year of high school. That sounds better. That I came into them, but once again, I bought this really cheap Wet n Wild one, and this is actually the one I used. Lost the spoolie, but I have this one, and these were not like the ones we have now that we can twist up, and it gives us unlimited amount. These were the ones you had to sharpen. And I almost wanted to curse. I want to curse, but I won't. I'll say this. Who the hell had time to sharpen their damn pencil? Like, come on. No, it didn't happen. It did not happen. So what I would do is I would take this really flat, no product left pencil, and I would basically rip my skin off underneath my eyebrows by putting it on. And there was no shape, no form to it. I just kind of filled them in. What I do is because the edges were just so sharp, but I didn't care. I had to do it. It made a difference. I would do this, and these sides would take my skin off and make my eyebrow red. And I thought doing round at the end was better than like a sharp, nice natural point. No, I drew like commas right here, and then I just filled it in, no shape, just literally down the middle. Sometimes I didn't even get any product because it was that unsharpened, but I guess it made myself feel better. And that was my eyebrow. So those were my eyebrows. Once again, not sisters, not twins, they were like evil cousins. This took me either 30 seconds or 5 hours, and it was always the same techniques and the same outcome. Wet n Wild, I was not lying, this was always my go-to. This one is so old, I don't even use this anymore. Look how dirty this is. This was actually the same brush I used too. I keep saying actually like I've been in high school like 20 years ago and I still have all these things, but this was the brush I used, and I would take this and I would go right into the product, and I would take so much. Like, I'm not exaggerating when it comes to this part. If you knew me, you knew. There was no contouring, there was no highlighting. I didn't even know that there were eyebrow products. Nothing like that. Strobing was not a thing. Nothing. I would take this, not flattering to any of my features, and I would just do these big circles. Like the bigger, the more dramatic, and the darker the better. And truthfully,
I thought this looked awesome.
and anything that I had done with the concealer or the foundation really just got ruined right here because I'm just moving it around so much. And then my Proactive Zit Cream would start to come out, but it would be black because I put so much bronzer on it. I actually would drag it down onto my neck and underneath my chin because I'm a pro. I knew what I was doing. Come on. I knew about not having a different colored neck from your face. Sometimes when I was really feeling like a professional, I would actually even bring it down onto like my chest right here, whatever showed. By the end of high school, all of the necklaces I wore were brown. They were just stained brown from my bronzer. Everything was. Like my sweatshirts on the sleeves, they were brown because I would rub my face and have bronzer come off. Anybody I hung out with and like we hugged, bronzer, that was it. Half my face went missing onto their face or their clothes. Anybody taller than me had my entire face on the front of their sweatshirt. Like it was like, oh, you hugged Kat? Because I see her face. And then I would not care about my eyebrows that I just did. I would just go over them because whatever. Oh my god, I actually do look like what I looked like in high school. It's kind of scary. Sometimes when I saw that my bronzer wasn't going on dark enough, I would dip this into my bronzer and actually, ooh, this just went everywhere. I would take this and I would actually just pat it on. And then this nice pimple that really got accentuated with all of this powder on top of it and no concealer. So this is great. Because I'm a professional, I did my ears. I knew that I had to bronze my ears because I knew everything. I think I'm like getting drunk like I was in high school right now. Like this makeup's kind of like I just stayed a slob. So great. I have no dimension to my face, so this is why my face looked even rounder than it did. Like this, I had no eyes and these big cheeks and dark face and dark eyes. I kind of actually remember it kind of almost hanging like here. Like I actually like put it here. I wanted it right here. Sometimes I think I would bobby pin it actually. Huh. Yep. And any bronzer that had fallen on my bed or on my phone, I would take it and brush it up with this brush because I didn't want to waste it. Duh. I just spent $1 on this. And I would put it back on my face. My pores right now are screaming at me. Like, why? I thought we were done with this, Kat. Oh, I was not called Kat. I was definitely Catherine then, too. Just my girl Tail calling me Kat. Okay, Catherine is looking done. Alright, and this was actually the sweatshirt that I wore every day as well. This is so stained and gross now, but it's probably how I looked in high school too. I just didn't know it. And high school was so catty for me. I had such nasty haters. I also had my group of friends that I absolutely adored and they got me through life, but those haters out there would be like, she wears yoga pants every day. I used to be like, you get ready for school every day? Like I went through these phases where I did not care and then like I really cared. But yoga pants were life. They still are. Like screw you. Who the hell you think you are? It really is kind of scary. I look like I'm like jumping out of like Miss Schuler's class or something right now. Compared to these pictures here, I actually think I could probably find a picture of myself in this sweatshirt looking like this. I'm gonna try to find that and I'm gonna try to put it right here. I really hope I can. I don't think it'll be that hard. So this was it. I also used to pull my hair up like this a lot. Ponytail. So how about bring back any memories? And that is how I did my makeup in high school. Enough rambling from me. I'm like going down memory lane. I'm getting all drunk doing this makeup because that's how I was in high school, and yeah, that was me. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing how not to do your makeup. Again, I do still kind of to this day think the tanner you are, the skinnier you look, but not like this. But I never smiled with my teeth, I don't think. I only did that if like my mom was around or if it was for like an adult. Anytime else, I was like this. Okay, yep, that was me. So I'm just airing myself out. These are like all my flaws. Maybe I'll just title this like my flaw video. But no lips. I actually did no products on my lips because I thought like I'm so tan that if I put anything on my lips, it might make me look pale. Yes. Alright guys, so I got unfocused once again. I hope you enjoyed this challenge. I really do challenge you to do it as well. I think it's hilarious to make fun of yourself and look back at like how stupid you were. Like I know there's not one girl out there who looks back and is like, I look better then than I do now. No. I do this like yearly. At the end of every year, like my time hop or my Facebook events, like memories come up and I'm like, oh my god, this was only 4 months ago. What was I thinking? So try it out yourself. Even if you don't have a YouTube channel or any kind of blog or anything, you have a Facebook. I think it's absolutely hilarious if you would share it, tag me in it at KatBrenBeauty on Facebook or Instagram, hashtag it. I would be so excited to watch your guys's because, and so are your friends. I think the people who knew you in high school, this really hits home with the most because they knew you in high school. They can tell you absolutely or no, what are you talking about? You were so much worse. I had a lot of fun doing this one. Let me know if you'd like to see more challenges like this because I had a blast. Give me a big thumbs up if you thought that my makeup was bad in high school. That's how I think I'd get more of these guys. And comment down below what you used to do in high school which you wish you never did. And subscribe to my channel, of course, that big red button. And you guys will never miss another one of my videos. I'm losing it. I'm like, whew. High school days are over. I grew up, clearly. I know how to contour my face. Come on. So, thank you guys. Follow me on all of my social medias. Here they are, right here. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!